Danny, it'll be a couple of weeks without football. I expect everyone's really excited about getting to the game on Saturday.
Yeah, of course. I think we feel a little bit starved of football, which is crazy, bearing in mind how busy the Christmas schedule was. But to lose the game against Accrington was obviously disappointing because we had such good energy and good momentum as a team. And then, of course, the game against Chesterfield last Saturday being called off as well. I think for us, we always try to see the positive in the situation and try to frame it in a good way. And yeah, I suppose it's a mini winter break that we've had, which probably was much needed because we're such a small squad. We've got a lot of young ones that are living senior football for the first time. So some of them never lived a Christmas with football, let alone Christmas with that many games. So it's probably come at a good time just to give everyone a reset and a recharge. And yeah, it's also allowed us to get on the training pitch and train. And even though the conditions haven't always been ideal, we've had to battle the frozen pitches and the rain. We've still been able to get some good sessions in and help the team to keep evolving and developing and improving.
And obviously you're playing Bristol Rovers, but do you prepare for a Bristol Rovers that you've seen play in the first half of the season, or do you prepare for a Steve Evans team to play against?
Yeah, good question. We went to watch them on Tuesday night. Obviously, I played in the EFL Trophy on Tuesday against Plymouth, a League One team. And yeah, they would have been very disappointed to lose that game. It was a really good game to watch, 4-3, really open. Two teams going at it. And yeah, it's a game that ebbed and flowed. They went 1-0 down early, then they come back in the game, went 2-1 up at half time. And then they'd be disappointed to concede 2 goals quickly after half time. But then they fight back again, get back into it 3-3 and then lose it at the death, which obviously they would have been disappointed with. But yeah, no, of course, I think we have a lot of respect for Bristol Rovers as a football club. They're a huge football club at this level, very, very well supported. Got a very, very good infrastructure, got a lot of good people at the club. And yeah, of course, Darryl Clark is someone I know well and is a good friend, so I was disappointed to see him leave. But yeah, Steve has come in and we've managed against Steve's teams many times before. We know that they will always be very, very committed, very much on the front foot, aggressive, play with a good energy and intensity. And of course, they've got some top players, some players that should be League One players, let alone League Two players. And yeah, we anticipate a really tough game. I think anyone that knows football, and certainly anyone that knows League Two football, knows that Bristol Rovers are in a fourth position at the moment, and we certainly anticipate seeing them move up the league in the second half of the season. And for us, we know it's a tough game, but it's a game that we're looking forward to. We have a young team that maybe people are not so familiar with some of the players and some of the names, but we know, well, certainly people that have lived Colchester this season know what the young players can do, and we also know that they are young players on an upward curve and have lots of space for growth and improvement. And if those young players, who by the way are supported brilliantly by our senior professionals at the club, if those young players can make the same progress that they've made in the first half of the season, in the second half of the season, then yeah, we're really excited to see what that can bring for us as a football club.
Yeah, and does Bristol Rovers' position in the table prove how competitive a league it is this season, and how tough, of course, the second half of the season might be? Yeah,
I think so. I don't see any standout team in this division. Credit to Bromley. Wow, what they're doing there at the moment, just brilliant. I mean, the run they've been on, maybe only one defeat in 10. And lots of wins in that, by the way. So incredible what they're doing. But I don't see a standout team. When we first come into Colchester, we'd have had Stockports and Wrexhams who were standout teams last year. I know they didn't win the league, but you had teams like Bradford who were big hitters in the division. Doncaster were a good team too. And yeah, my feeling is this year, I think, like you said, anybody can beat anybody, and that is why it's such an interesting league and such an exciting league. There's nothing between the teams. There are of course some squads, and we're seeing it in this transfer window, that are bigger than others, are probably more expensive than others. Certainly there's some teams in our division that are being really aggressive in this window. For us, we're more focused on trying to keep what we've got together. and of course we'd like to add, but my main ambition is just to keep as many of the group together as we possibly can.
And you said earlier about that almost enforced winter break that we've had through postponements and players being able to recharge a little bit. But for you and Nicky, is that a chance as well, or is yours non-stop anyway and your break comes in the summer?
Yeah, I think so. Just the space has just given us an opportunity to get out and to watch games. We obviously, as soon as we heard the Accrington game got called off, we went to Chesterfield versus MK Dons. That was a 12 o'clock kickoff, so it didn't make it easy. So we had to race around the M25 to get there, but we managed to watch that game, which was good. And then, yeah, of course, the Chesterfield game being called off, we were able to get out and to watch more games. We watched some games in the National League on Saturday, which was good to get out and to watch some teams and watch some players. And it's a league that I think there's a lot of good players in, so you always, go into those games with a really open mind. So yeah, no, every day is a football day for us, and we wouldn't want it any other way.